Alex here from the Glue Bomb Show. Today I've got one that I found at Ollies. This is one I saw on the web a couple of times and thought I'd like to get a hold of, but didn't really know that it fit what I do, and also it really wasn't in the budget. But when I found it at Ollies, I thought, yeah, now I've got to pick it up. This is the Star Trek Galileo Shuttlecraft. This is the one with the full interior and the figures of the 7 crew members. As you can see, this is a pretty cool looking kit. It's fairly large. You can see they've shown the decal set on the side here, and just some other photos along the edges, which I thought were kind of nice, including little headshots of all the crew. And all right, it's got clear parts to make it easy for lighting, I believe, although the lighting isn't in here as far as I know. This is 1/32 scale, so it's fairly large. What really impressed me was if you go inside, you'll see there's even more photos on the interior of the box. And of course, on the box bottom, there's a good picture of it. But these are some, looks like painting instructions on here for the different components. And a detailed paint grid and how to paint your individual figures. Looks like we have Kirk and Spock and Sulu and Chekhov and Scotty and Uhura. So anyway, let's look inside. We'll start off here with the roof. This gives you a good idea of the size of the kit. And also in the middle here has a sprue that's got some, I guess they were landing gear pattern, parts, but I'm not 100% sure of that. And then we have some interior parts here. Again, this is the one with the full interior, the side interior, and I believe this is the grill, for lack of a better word. A couple little hoses on here. Again, the truth of the matter is I don't know what most of these parts are called. I'm just kind of winging it here for you, but this is the other side interior piece. And then we have all the heads. The heads of each of the individual crew members, and a couple arms on that sprue. Let's put that aside. To give you some idea of the size of them, you can see those heads, or this is Lieutenant Uhura's body, so it gives you some idea of size. 1/35 or 1/32 scale this is. So. And then we've got multiple sprues of the figures in here. I think I'm just going to take one of these out so they don't get separated. I kind of want to make sure I have them all together. But there you see bodies and arms. And actually, I'm sorry, there's only two sprues of the bodies and arms. That makes more sense. It looks like a front half and a back half of each body, and then arms for each character. And then we have some seats, and looks like tanks of some kind. And then more seats and more tanks. I'm guessing those are probably air tanks or something to that effect. Not totally sure on that. But you get the idea. Again, this is a Star Trek thing. I love Star Trek. I really enjoy all the different variations of it. I'm more of a Star Wars guy when it comes to technical stuff, but I love the show as well. So, like I say, when I saw this, I knew I had to grab it, and I'm looking forward to building it as soon as I can. Of course, if you've been watching the channel, you see I've got a couple group builds going. I'm trying to get those taken care of, and I think you'll like this one though when you pick it up. So over here we have, these look like the sides of the fuselage, for lack of a better word. Here is your front with the windshield, also for lack of a better word. I believe this is the engine area. And then these might be more interior panels, I'm not sure. I'm actually surprised because this sort of looks like a box, right? It's a really kind of a boxy looking model, but there's a lot of parts here. This is going to be an an interesting build, and probably one that's going to have several updates before we have a finished product. Looks like we've got probably roof interior and back body panel, if I had to guess, or fuselage panel. I'm not sure if you call this a fuselage because, well, I just don't know. These are the rocket engines, I'm assuming, and then some possibly interior parts. It's got a rather extensive clear parts sprue here. It looks like several windows and different the little domes for on the engines. I'm not going to take these out because these could be damaged pretty easily. You got a windshield. You've got probably the back area. And then there's a large flat piece over here. I'm not sure what that's all about either. We'll see that when we get to the instructions. There you heard it. The parts falling down beside the computer. But the parts just keep on coming. All right. Got more panels. And I'm not sure. That looks like that might be the bottom of it. And we've got a seat. Looks like there's a plate there. That might be a nameplate. And another seat base and some other components. There's another seat. And then finally we have this last sprue that looks like probably mostly detail parts. There's a lot involved in this. My hope is that I can build it that the top comes off so that you can see the figures inside and all this detail work. Because otherwise, it's not real useful to put it in. All right, here again, some panels, some detail parts. Really looks nice. It's very clean. The molding is very clean. I think I'm going to enjoy building this. Here we have the instructions. I haven't built many Polar Lights kits, so I'm not sure what to expect here. But everything looks straight and clean, which is a great place to begin. Okay, the very first thing that it tells you, step one, is to build all those characters. I'm going to have some fun detailing them. It looks like the faces are fairly well detailed, so I'm going to have some fun with that. And then after you build your characters, it looks like you start putting the clear parts into the body, which means you're probably going to have to pre-paint this before anything else. Let me look at something here real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so it looks like some of these things that it's showing you to locate right away on the inside would be decals as well. So we have to make sure that you get this. I could be wrong, guys, but this looks like one you got to paint on the sprues, or at least paint before you put it together, because there's a lot of things in here that you don't really want to paint around, or at least I don't. See, it's weird with me because I know the tank guys glue the whole thing together and then paint it afterwards. And I've always been a little leery of that with what I do, the way I do it. But this is the decal sheet. We're going to look at this last. And I think this is going to be a fun kit. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to really enjoy this. And I'm going to have to look for a prominent place to display it because I'm running out of room. I just bought myself a small shelf to put some things on, just to put some of my finished builds on. All right, so that's your decal sheet. It's got designations for the Galileo, the Columbus, and the Einstein. So if you know about each of those shuttles, you know more than me. But anyway, I think this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, you know my philosophy. It's good if it's fun because model building is supposed to be fun. Well, that's what I have for you for today. I hope you pick it up if you get the chance. I hope you enjoy it. Take care. Have a great day.